Hey there, this is Lewis, and you probably clicked this video hoping to hear some sort of advice that could potentially serve as a motivation for you to act on some idea, or you are my friend or acquaintance forced to watch this video. In any case, I'm here to tell you exactly what you have been looking for to hear subconsciously. Do you believe in coincidences? Because I don't. So take this video as a sign to start working on that vision right after you finish watching this video, okay? So you, my friend, have a vision or an idea in its infant stage, but perhaps you too are too afraid to act on that idea. Or you could be terribly nervous or terrified to take that first step, that first leap of faith out of fear of judgment. Now, here you have to realize that the cage that is stopping you from taking that first leap of faith only exists in your mind. I'll repeat that again. The cage exists in your mind, okay? The cage exists in your mind in the form of fear of judgment, limiting beliefs, and the cacophony that you keep on hearing, okay? These fears were never yours to begin with, okay? And when you realize this, you'll be unstoppable and truly free. You have to act on your ideas. It doesn't matter what other people are saying or what even your own inner critic is saying. Act on your ideas. See, the time is going to pass anyway, and the longer you try to hold your desire to act on this certain idea, the more intense it'd get. But then, as you're busy going through life, you'll forget about it. But then, at a random sunny afternoon or a cold dark night, that desire would pop up again when you're lost in your thought. And it'd be all that you can think of. And in the end, you'd have nothing but regret. Regret of not taking action sooner. Speaking of not taking action sooner, I'm going to tell you something. I had the script for this video back in the June of 2025, in the summer of 2025, and it's 2026. So you have to trust me on this one. I'm speaking from experience. If you do not work on that idea, you'll keep on thinking about it and you'll have regret. Regret of not taking action sooner. Because let's be real, we all entertain this possibility of what could have been. How different things could have turned out if you just worked on that vision. I think about it. Even though I'm a person who does not really believe in having regrets because things usually play out the way they're supposed to, right? But at the same time, as a human, your mind does think about these things, right? These thoughts. What could have been? Do you really want to be that person on their deathbed thinking about what if you have just worked on that idea or vision? How different your life could have been. Think about it right now. I want you to imagine that moment. Would you rather live a life where you have accomplished everything by just working on that vision that your soul was supposed to do in this lifetime? Or do you want to be that person with endless lists of regrets on their deathbed and just telling people to work on their ideas then? I'm here acting on my own advice too. I too had that fear. What are people who know me gonna think of me? Forget strangers. Because people who know you can be a little cruel when it comes to you acting on the certain vision that you believe in. Heck, I even carry this fear, I mean, remnants of this fear right now as well. What are people gonna think of me? What will my classmates think? But then I realized, who cares? Who cares what they think, right? Let them think. So what? Nobody has the time to judge you 24/7. At the end of the day, it's night. And people usually go to sleep thinking about their own problems, thinking about themselves only. And if they are really thinking about you and talking about you, let them. You could always convert the energy or attention that you get from people into your own benefit. People can hardly spare 5 to 10 minutes talking about you, whether it be talking shit or praising you. But at most, everyone will only think about you or talk about you for 10 or 15 minutes. And if they talk about you whole day, let them. Let them. Because you are someone worth talking about. Convert that energy. Alchemize that energy. You have to develop this fuck it kind of mentality. And I don't mean this in a cruel or hook or crook kind of way. You have to move on with your life. Forget what others are saying, forget what your own inner critic is saying. Act on this idea and free yourself. Just at least free yourself from this cage that you have built in your mind. It's okay if it doesn't work in the way that you imagined, but at least you are now free of that cage, you know? And you'll only develop confidence by getting out of your comfort zone. Even I'm here doing this, filming myself and posting myself out there for the same reason, to get out of this cage that I had so long built in my mind. This imaginary cage, which stops and traps almost all the souls from working on that idea or the goal or the life that they aspire to build. Free yourself. Get out from your head. Get out of that cage and work on that vision. The choice remains yours. Do it now or regret later. So, guys, if you resonated with this message, let me know. What is something that you're working for, or what is your vision that you believe in? Let me know in the comments, and like, share, and subscribe. I'll ask that, okay? At least I deserve that. This is Lewis. Peace out.